Hey, good morning. So I want to talk about Mao Sampa. Okay? In fact, Mao Sampa, you are listening to me. Okay? So I want you to learn something. Maybe respond to me. Because on WhatsApp, you blocked me. You blocked me actually before I even, expose you, your foolishness. You blocked me because you knew what you were doing. I was surprised that you blocked me. After I was advising you that, please, people don't trust you. Right now, they've begun to trust you slowly, especially after you helped us win the Chawama by-elections. People are coming back now, trying to trust you again. So please, this time around, don't disappoint people. I kept emphasizing on that. Please, I want you to be involved in the next government. I don't want you to remain kunse. That's what I was telling you. But you blocked me because you blocked me because you knew why you blocked me. After you blocked me, then I heard that you are joining UPND because you didn't want me to tell you or maybe to confront you. But I'll do this video on Facebook because you are still following me on Facebook. And you read all my videos. I've seen you. You watch my videos and you also watch all my stories. So listen to this. Iwe Mburua Mano. So, okay, normal people, right? In fact, no wonder people are thinking that you are not normal, actually. People think that you are crazy. But I give you a benefit of doubt. I think that you are normal, but you are just maybe you just have a very bad spirit or a curse. Maybe someone cursed you. Or maybe it's true, this story of Ruth Mbandu, maybe it's true. So something like something in those lines. I believe you are normal, but because there's something spiritual about you. That's my belief. So normal people, what they do is what who's this Given Rubinda is doing right now. You see, Given Rubinda, we've heard rumors that he wants to join UPA Indica, but he's just quiet. He's first thinking. You understand me? He's first thinking. That's what normal people do. Normal people don't do what you did. Today, in fact, yesterday, you were talking about HH, how bad he is. How corrupt HH is. How bad a dictator he is. You were talking about everything he's doing. You were talking about HH is destroying democracy. All these bills is passing. That's unnecessary, and that's a crime he's committing. Yesterday, then today, you change, you say, you know what, I want him to continue. That's not what normal people do. Normal people they first keep quiet first. They disappear, maybe from public, they disappear, even from social media, if they have social media accounts, they disappear. Then after 1 month, then they say, you know what, after thinking, I've been away thinking, now after thinking about everything, I think I can now endorse HH. That's what normal people do. After deep introspection, I can now endorse the president. That's what normal people do. Not people, today, HH is this, HH, then tomorrow, I think I'll continue. Yes, HH forever. Or HH another. Do you have a political direction? Does your wife advise you? I've advised you, I've given you good advice. I even told you that I can just be your advisor without pay. You can even tell anybody. That's what I told you. Don't pay me anything. I'll just be advising you. Remember, even in 2014 after South Africa, now you said, Chanda, please start campaigning for me because you have a lot of following. That time I was using Chanda Chasha account, which is now deactivated. You told me that you are going to pay me. You'll be paying me every month $500. I said, no, I don't need that $500 every month. I'm good here in America. That $500 you should be giving those Zambians, those Zambians who need money, not me. Because I don't want to be hooked with with a politician so that I can be now praising you, bootlicking you because you are paying me. No, I told you that. In fact, if you want, you can tell, you can come out in open and say Chanda is lying. That's what I told you in 2014. I'll be supporting you, but don't pay me anything. I'll be advising you. But you start throwing money to students. I said, please, that is old politics. You never listened to me. That's why we never spoke. Me and you stopped talking for 9 years until last year, December or November. That's when we started talking. When we started talking, I was advising you all the time. Please, this time around, grow up, mature. Now mukulapa. You know, you are over 50. You are over 50 years old. You are maybe 55 years or 56 years old. You know, and I said everything good about you, inspiring you. Okay, now for Chanda, now for. But look what you just did. People, it's not that people are angry at you. It's just like they're disappointed that this man, and also they are confused that no more Namushani. That's what everybody's thinking. And guess what? Even HH himself. Remember, we might say bad things about HH, but we know that HH is not Dao. HH is intelligent. No wonder he plays those in Ingalato. So HH knows that something is wrong with you. He knows that. He does not take you seriously. Even by you Amakadas by group 3, they know that you are Mungulu. They know that. They will never respect you at all. They will never. So, if Nachandati, a normal person at least try to introspect like what Rubinda is doing. You know, Rubinda, if you want to Rubinda, John UPND, I cannot know, I can't deny or agree, but for now, I'm keeping quiet. That's what normal people do. Though we know that Rubinda is a traitor because Sata told us already. Sata fired him and he told him on TV that this man, I don't trust him. We know that. So we don't trust him. Sata told us that he can't be trusted. But at least he acts normal right now. He wants to join UPND, but he's quiet. No, but yesterday, HH is a bad person. He's evil. Even telling me he's a tribal man, Chanda, please don't listen to this UPND. I've worked with them before. These people are evil. Telling me that on WhatsApp. Then the following day, HH number, I've endorsed HH after seeing everything he has done. You even use the term, it's called, you use the term, the English term, he said economic strides. What chipuba? Maoziwe, there's something wrong with you, I'm telling you. Maybe Ruthing Bandu, it's true. Maybe you killed her. That's why maybe you behave like this. Because Tawaivela. Maybe that's Solomon Jera. I don't think Solomon Jera, you know, that IG, the one who said that, the one who announced on ZNBC that we know who killed her and it's a high profile case. Then afterwards, started transferred him, for foreign mission. Maybe we should ask him before he dies. Maybe he knows something about Ruth Mbandu's murder because we need to solve Ruth Mbandu's murder and also to know why you act like this. Kwa chipuba. Have a good morning. Hey. Good morning. So, I'm continuing the story. Good deeds. Okay? So when we arrived at the house, it was a very small house, very small. It was actually 1 bedroom, and in fact 1 room, like it's big room, just like 1 square room, then with a toilet out, with a bathroom attached, and the toilet, more like outside the toilet, but it was connected to the house. Anyway. So, when I just arrived, then these women, like these traditional women, these women, other women, they were coming traditional, wearing traditional clothes. But South Africans, especially Zulus, they wrap themselves with those light blankets. So they were wrapping themselves with light blankets, came to me and knelt down like they were just kneeling. So, for the first time, I felt like I was a king. That's how I felt like. But I was uncomfortable because I was not used like other people giving me such kind of respect. So like they were kneeling down to greet me, with respect. Then he kept saying, so this is Chanda, the teacher for Nozipo, the teacher from the city, because they respect the city, because I came from the city. So they thought maybe I'm very educated and all that. You see how people from the village think. That when you come from town, then you are very important and educated. So
he kept introducing them. Oh, this is Chanda from the city, Chanda from the city. They were welcoming me in deep Zulu, like that deep Zulu, not the Zulu that they speak in Johannesburg. That was the pure Zulu they were speaking there in the mountains. So they greeted me. Then the wife, prepared me pokoto. Pokoto. In fact, pokoto, that's closer, but in Zulu, I don't know if they call it umputu. They call it umputu in Zulu, but in closer they call it pokoto. They prepared me that pokoto, which is it's like a mashola ku Zambia. A mashola ya ku Zambia, we are just like putting water filia to salula ubunga na mensh filia. Quite na cooking, I don't know, but we are just putting salt. Ama South Africans, when they put cooking oil frying up, I don't know how, what they do to mashola yabo. If you don't think sana mshafino wali. So far if mashola then nenkoko. Naria naikuta. Then one of the older women told me, oh, so you like this umpoko? She was speaking in Zulu, but I was responding in English. The good thing about South Africans, even in the villages, at least they understand a little bit of English. They might never go to school, but they understand English. So like I was responding in English, and they were talking to me or asking me questions in Zulu. So they were asking, so you seem like you enjoyed umpoko. You've eaten this before. Then I said, yeah, from my country, Zambia, but we cook it differently, but you cook it better. They said, oh, okay, I'm glad that you like it. So tomorrow I can bring you, I can cook for myself. I'll cook, that's, Zambia, without sample, but some South African sample, yabo, they mix with beans. I've forgotten what they, the name. But anyway, so number, in fact, they even prepared me water, back a few men's, sorry, not a few men's, because I mean, she, ingande mariama lighty, but nanani kare muyadi, heater, hot water heater. Because Zambia with that geyser, which is a fontaine, because the geyser, that's not a geyser, with that Zambia geyser, that's hot water heater. You should Google geyser, what geyser means. But anyway, sorry, I'm sweating because I want to sweat to detox. That's why I've locked myself up in the hot car to sweat. I want to sweat. Okay? So don't mind me sweating because I want it. This is deliberate. So, they prepared me water na samba. Everybody prepare na bed ya pa kulala. If bed, can't you bed ya pa lala? I said, no, me I can't sleep where you sleep. No, Mr. Chanda, because you can't sleep on the, I don't know how they call impasa. Papa in impasa, so. Na bika pono blanket, na mapiro ya bidi, ati pala la bakashina walume, then na la pa bed ya. I understand that, no, I can't sleep on your bed. But Ninshi, I said that, no, traditionally where I come from in Zambia, I think, I'll be uncomfortable. Like we are not allowed to sleep on the bed where the couple sleeps. And myself, I'm young, I'm single, I can't be sleeping on the bed. No, Mr. Chanda, please just sleep, be comfortable, because you can't come from the city and sleep pampas affiliation. And I said, no, so naka ni fresh la pampas, we switched. Okay, for now, for this night, you're going to sleep pampas apa. Then tomorrow, we are going to take you to my brother. He had a brother nearby, but it was maybe 2 miles away in the mountains. So he said that tomorrow, since there will be soccer, the World Cup will start tomorrow. And in fact, that's the time, that's 2010, when there was Soccer World Cup, FIFA World Cup Soccer, South Africa. So that night I took Nozi to KwaZulu-Natal. It was a night, like it was an eve, of the soccer kickoff. So the following morning, that's when the World Cup started. So he told me that, so tomorrow morning I'm going to take you to my brother. He has a big house and a TV. So we are going to watch TV together there, soccer. Then 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 you're gonna remain there and sleep there until you go, until the time to go back to Johannesburg. They said, okay, it's fine. So that's how we slept. So I slept there. Then in the morning we woke up and they prepared me breakfast, and we went to Queen Yokuma Mountains. So we went there and we watched soccer, area Shabalala. That's why I haven't forgotten all these details, because it was like a big event, that time. It was World Cup. Everyone was excited. Shabalala, that boy, that soccer player, that short boy with dreads is the one who first scored against Mexico. And the whole village was, people were excited. So that's why I haven't forgotten these details, because it was soccer. Anyway, we watched soccer and I slept there, it's the second night. So the following morning, the father to Nozipo. And he told me that, what, Chanda, Mr. Chanda, he was older than me, but he was respecting me. He was calling me Mr. Chanda. Then he asked me, have you ever seen the ocean before? Then I said, no, I've never seen an ocean, not even a lake. Then he said, okay, let me take you there. We are going with a taxi, meaning a minibus. I'll take you to Atlantic Ocean so you can see it. It's in Durban. So for Twaile, and for the first time I saw Atlantic Ocean and that beautiful stadium called Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. Very beautiful stadium, and it was brand new that time, because they prepared it for the World Cup. Moses Mabhida, very, very beautiful stadium inside. The chairs were colorful, So he took me there. He took me around. We sat by the ocean and all that, and we came back home. Then the third day, I told Nozuko that I'm going back to Johannesburg. Then she said, no, sir, I thought you were going to stay here, for a long time. I said, no, I can't stay here, Nozipo, but I'll come back, I'll come back if I'll come back and see you. Don't worry, things will be okay for you. Then she started crying. She cried. The father said, no, please, my child has connected with you. And I think she appreciates you that you saved my child. That's why she's now crying. So I felt so bad that she cried, but I couldn't take her to Johannesburg. I couldn't take her. She's a girl child, and she needed school, and she needed to be with her father. Then I promised her that I'm gonna come back. I promised you I'm going to come back to see you. But please, Mr. Chanda, come and see, come and see me. I'll be so happy, and my friends want to see you again and all that. It was an emotional story, actually. So that's when I went back to Johannesburg, and we stayed in contact for a little bit. Then after some months, and that's when I came to South Africa, that's when I came to America. So my point is, some of the things that we do, as like, okay, a lot of, if I want that, when you do good, God will remember you. I've gone through a lot of difficulties, a lot of troubles, but God see me through. Sometimes I even wonder, how did God take me through that? How did I survive that? It's because of the things I've done. I'm not boasting. I've done a lot of things, good stuff. I've done a lot of good stuff. Though by group 3, you see me like a witch, okay? You see me like a witch, and I don't care, actually. I don't care, because I just hate bullshit. When you're a bullshitter, you will see me as an asshole. That's how I am. If I'm a good person, you're not gonna see that asshole side of me. So by group 3, the way you know me, it's okay, and I love it. You know me as a witch. That's fine. So it's good to do good to people. Now, the lesson out of this is that pay attention, especially you teachers. Not only you teachers, but just around, even your neighbors. Pay attention to these children. A lot of these children are being abused, even by their own parents. But if we can't do anything, so no Zipo. What if I didn't pay attention to her? What would have happened to to that child? She could have continued suffering. being beaten, being called a witch. And what if it was another teacher who didn't even care? That girl would have, would have maybe waited to be maybe 15 or 16. She would have turned into a prostitute there in there in Hebrew. She would have turned into a prostitute and run away from home just to be safe, to find peace from from the house. So pay attention, especially to these young girls. Pay attention, even your neighbors, even your friends. Sometimes your friend might be an abuser. There's some fathers who abuse their own kids. Pay attention. If you can help, because I don't know. That's why when I become rich, I want to open an orphanage and also an organization where we can protect women and young girls from abuse. Okay, Zambian women sometimes. I've got a cousin. She's married. Her husband abuses him. Abuses her. He beats her. So I want to open an organization to protect young girls who are who are being abused, and also women who are being abused in their marriages. A lot of women in Zambia, maybe half of women who are married right now in Zambia or Africa or even in America, okay, not in America, because Zambia, you only stay in marriages just to keep up the appearance, because I'm a parent, they'll be disappointed, or the church. How is the church going to see you? You got married in church. How are they going to see you? So let me just stay in the marriage of abuse. The husband is beating you. The husband is disrespecting you, insulting you, and you are still staying in the marriage. That's what I know that. This is because I've seen. I've got friends who abuse their wives. I know that. They only stay because, and sometimes, okay, they stay because they have nowhere to go. That's why they stay. But they lie to say, no. Because no parent wants to see, wants her children to see her being abused by their father. No. So you just lie that no. You just don't have anywhere to go. So that's why people like you, I want to help you. That's why I pray to God that please God bless me, so that I can help these girls who are abused, because I've seen it. I've seen it myself. And I've seen women being abused by their husbands, but they just stay. And she even gives him sex. In the morning and everything is okay. So myself, I'm against child abuse and I'm against women abuse. Okay? Meaning over group 3, consider calling me witch. Next, I'm gonna give you a story, a nice story. How I went to South Africa, how I got disappointed by my own friend from high school, and how I became homeless in South Africa, and how God took me out of homelessness. Okay? I want to inspire you. Have a good day.